Darren Fletcher swapped the boardroom for the touchline, and Manchester United under-18s are flying. Let's have a look why. Fletcher's own playing career was defined by both discipline and work rate, which are traits that we are now seeing visible with the under-18s. They've got results, they've got identity, and they've got play development all trending upwards. Expectations are quite rightly high. The derby defeat against Manchester City does offer a valuable learning checkpoint, but it is not a derailment. If this trajectory holds, Fletcher is positioning both his players and himself for much bigger roles in Manchester United's future. Now, United Academy graduate Darren Fletcher took charge of Manchester United's under-18s in July 2025, succeeding Adam Lawrence. After spells as both technical director and first-team coach, the move brings him closer to his long-term ambition of management, while putting a stamp on the next wave of Manchester United talent. United's under-18s have opened the campaign with 7 wins in 8 across the following fixtures. That was 5 straight wins with clean sheets before the Manchester derby, where it went west a little bit for them. They have shown a blend of front foot attacking and rock solid organisation. At a glance, their record currently looks like played 8, won 7, drawn none, lost 1. 23 goals for, 4 against, 7 clean sheets in 8, scoring an average of 2.88 goals per game. And again, won the first 5 without conceding and scored 4 in 3 of those 5 as well. And that included wins against Everton, Middlesbrough, Brighton, Derby, Burnley and Wolves prior to that Manchester City loss. They bounced back though with a win 2-0 away to Middlesbrough. They also beat Juventus and Rapid Vienna while drawing with Dynamo Zagreb, but they did lose to Benfica, which give them valuable development minutes against other elite youth opposition. Now, Fletcher has raised the tempo to a first-team intensity, aligning with United's principles, whilst also adding his own detail. Now, one thing that people keep asking is, are they trying to play the same system as the first team? No, they're not. They are playing their own tune. It's been a productive pre-season. They went on camp in Germany. They had an 8-2 friendly against QPR, which set the foundation for a lot of what you've seen this season. And tactically, it's quite flexible. You are seeing a 4-3-3, sometimes a 4-2-3-1. They are looking at having possession, but also quick counter-pressing and some very smart integration of very young underage prodigies. They transition with width. They have an emphasis on rapid recoveries, they overload the midfield, and then they push the ball wide where they are a big threat. And it seems like they've got freedom with those responsibilities as well. Players are very much encouraged to express themselves within the team principles. And like I said, while the seniors operate in Amorim's 3-4-3, the under-18s are very much leaning into flexibility. It seems like they are prioritising adaptability, creativity, work rate over the very static positional restraint that often comes later, and especially at first team level. There is a frequent squad turnover at academy level, and maybe that's one of the reasons why Fletcher's system is allowing a quicker, more intuitive integration for those new arrivals. Now, Fletcher has highlighted the group's application and buy-in. He actually singled out Amir Ibrahimov for leadership and standards. That one stumble, the 4-2 defeat to Manchester City at Carrington, featured first half control through JJ Gabriel's strike and an immaculate Jim Thwaite free kick before City had a second half surge. The reaction was immediate. A very composed 2-0 win at Middlesbrough in some pretty rough conditions. Now, the key players that are really standing out for Fletcher, as he mentioned, Amir Ibrahimov. We've covered him before with a scout report. Fantastic leader that sets the standard. He contributes goals and assists. He breaks lines, works relentlessly. Very much a player style in the mould of a young Wayne Rooney. Exactly the profile Darren Fletcher is going to be looking for. JJ Gabriel, who has just turned 15 but has been 14 for the majority of, all of the games that he's played this season. Remarkably mature, remarkably talented, scored an unbelievable chip. He's contributed a lot of goals, actually. There is a clear plan and integration into getting him as a starter. They've accelerated his progression. There was a meeting last week where he sat with Barada and Wilcox, and they discussed him becoming a pro at Manchester United, which supposedly he has accepted. That's big because he's a genuine prodigy. Jim Thwaites, now very, very technically polished, incredible number 6, really. He's got vision, he's got control, he's got free kick ability, delivered an immaculate one against Manchester City. Learning under Fletcher will be massive for him. Massive for him. Could really help sharpen his all-round game. So why the tactical differences in youth football? Well, at under 18 level, it is still development first. It's nice to win things. It is. There's no point ever is it a bad thing to win things. But it's still about development. You've got to build a base of balance. You've got to build a base of creativity. You've got to build a base of work rate and start introducing expectations to them. You know, it's about high rep learning. Quick transitions, overloads, repeated decision-making, opportunities. That's crucial for them at this age. Obviously, there's the United DNA. The academy wants to be risk-taking, attacking in its ethos, rather than just make sure you win matches. And it's about the pathway. Give the youngsters the freedom now. They can have all the tactical responsibility later as they move into senior football. But also practicality. With such a big turnover of players, you keep the system flexible and basic. And that means that players, when they come into it, understand the very simple roles that's expected of them. And then they can move into that and be expressive without having to worry about how much they need to do. The bottom line is Darren Fletcher has by far exceeded expectations. Now, this Manchester United side for the last few years has had some real good players in it, but the dominance they are exhibiting at the moment at under 18s level is quite remarkable. I don't remember a team that was keeping clean sheets and scoring at will. We've seen teams that could score, but they couldn't keep clean sheets at the same time. There's been some phenomenally talented under 18 sides. It bodes well for a lot of these players to move into first team football. Whether or not that's at Manchester United, whether or not any of them are capable of making 250, 300, 400 games for the club, it remains to be seen. You have to be undeniable and look outrageous at under 18s, and then you've probably got enough to be able to step into the first team, and even then just contribute to a small degree. You have to look outrageously good. The likes of Jim Thwaites, and to a greater or lesser extent, JJ Gabriel, look outrageous at this level. Jim Thwaites especially has been noticed by Amrim. There's some talk that Amrim really likes him. Whether or not he's going to get the opportunity to show what he can do in the first team, I hope he does, even if it's just 5 and 10 minutes here and there, because I think he's a real talent, and he offers something completely different to any of the midfielders that we've got at the moment. He can get on the ball and dictate tempo, which is just something that is just not there. And he also has the legs to cover the distance. I hope he's getting minutes in training, and I hope he's impressing in training, because he could be the next one that gets a go. But for Darren Fletcher, you know, who knows? There was already some talk that he might be lined up as some sort of an interim, should Amrim get the bullet. And that could really launch a career for himself if he is successful, and that does happen. Either way, it's looking like a great season for the under-18s. Let's hope they can add some silverware to some of the development that has clearly been going on, because that'd be lovely, wouldn't it, come the end of the season? But let me know your thoughts. Who's the most exciting player in the academy at the moment? Put it in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.